What's going on, everybody? Chris here for Friendly Frenzy Games, back with some more Inscription, starting a fresh run here. I believe we're into what they would consider Act 3 at this point. We did get our second win now in yesterday's episode, so starting out with a fresh deck here, we are back in the intro map and gonna just jump right into it. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. We are stoked to be playing this game. It is very fun, very addicting, and changes each time you play. So, the Dauntless Bloodhound, it leaps to oppose new creatures when they are played. That's fine. Death Tough. This is our really crappy first death card that we had ever made. It's actually not bad because it's a free cast, so to be able to get that kind of already is really, really cool. We don't have any good sigils yet, so there's really no point in burning any of our cards. So let's start and try and make a totem that's going to benefit us here. We have yet to really put together a run where we've utilized a totem, so it'd be pretty sweet to be able to do that now. After an over-long moment of silence, she moved to offer her carvings. Okay. So we already have this squirrel head back here. We could get flight. I'm kind of down with flight. We could also get birds. Obviously, we don't have birds right now, but at least at this point, we can have a totem kind of on the board for us already. Our squirrels having flight really aren't going to do anything for us since that's what we're sacrificing right now, but we'll see kind of how we go here. If we can't get any overkill damage, there's really no point in going to the trapper yet. So that's one thing I will say about this game. What would happen if it was freed? Yeah, I still don't know how we actually free that wolf. I don't know how to do that yet, but we will see. But yeah, you definitely learn a lot more about this game as you play through. So I'm going to try and talk less and see if we can quickly speed through these, but we will see. I like to talk a little bit about what I'm doing and why, just so you guys kind of have some sort of an idea, but I'm going to just put our damage in front of this guy right now. Just because he's going to be hitting around us, so I don't really care. We'll be able to kind of chip away at him. Both of the cards in our deck are only doing 1 damage at this point, so... Oh, he moves. Okay, I did not realize that, I don't think. Okay, we ended up getting Caged Wolf, but at least I know my last card here is our Death Tough guy, so he's going to kill... no, he won't. He's only doing 1 damage, so we're in good shape here. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to draw 1 more because it is a free cast here. Obviously, no blood sign. I'm going to just do this so we can get rid of Pronghorn. So boom, boom. And then we should be able to swing for like full damage this time. I'm going to just quickly bring in a squirrel. Whoop, I don't want to do that. But we can sacrifice him, bring in our stoat. Because we did that, we can bring in our stink bug now, and we can full swing for damage. We're going to get 4, 5, we're going to get 6. So we're going to get 1 extra tooth here. At this point, I don't really think it's going to make a whole lot of sense to go to the trapper, because we're going to have 1 or 2 teeth. So I don't think it's that beneficial, honestly. The only reason that it might be kind of cool is because we could at least switch our totem head. But I'd rather just pick a card and then we can switch a sigil. Hopefully we're going to get a decent sigil here. We did not. Okay. Maybe I'll pick River Snapper then. And what does this do? Bell Ringer. I don't know. We haven't used this one yet. Maybe it increases with each turn. That would make sense. That would make sense. Each time we ring the bell. That's kind of cool, actually. But I'm going to take River Snapper for now, just because a 1/6 is pretty good. He could absorb quite a bit of damage here. The only thing that I'm going to have an issue with is because we're sacrificing a card. We don't really have a choice. It's just, what am I going to want to sacrifice? I guess I would imagine Stink Bug, just because we don't really utilize Bones a whole lot. I don't want to go giving up Bullfrog because he's a nice cheap cast. Obviously, Death Tough. He's a really good cast for free, so let's just burn this, basically. It could be pretty cool, too, just to make sure that our Death Touch guy stays alive longer if we put this sigil on him. So let's go ahead and do that. That's pretty good. Because he's only got 2 health, so he's not going to stay alive for very long, but at least if we can use that sigil against our opponent. It's going to knock one of their damage down, so that's cool. Perfect. Amazing to have Death Tough out at the very beginning of our game here. Pronghorn, that's the only thing, as I want to make sure he's not going to be able to kill us right as we get started here. So I'll hide Death Tough here. What else? I don't really want to have any of these guys die. I guess we won't die because Pronghorn doesn't do enough damage. Okay. I'm going to put Stowed here for now. Okay, so that's wiped now. Really what I should have done, because Pronghorn's going to move this way, I should have hit Death Tough over here, but not a big deal. So he's going to move again. He's going to hit him. Okay, I'm just swinging right now to get some damage on the board here. Pronghorn is going to... Oh, he's going to hit Grandfur. Okay, awesome. We really don't need anything at this point, so we'll just swing again, and we're going to win. Get some extra teeth there. Perfect. So as we fill that bowl up, that's when it's going to make more sense to go to our Trapper. And I didn't see this before. I didn't actually realize that we were... This was supposed... Oh, it was not the sigil. Never mind. So we're going to get to pick another death card, which is amazing, because we built cheap damage. This is awesome, because again, it's another free cast, so it doesn't require any sacrifice from us, and it's a 2-3. A 2-3 for free, obviously, when you compare it to a 1-1 for 1 cost of sacrifice, or a 0-1 for 1 bone. Plus, what's really cool about this sigil is once it dies, it's returned to our hand, which is totally fine, because again, it's free to cast for us. So let's go ahead. We're going to pop on the totem path. Let's see if we can switch out this squirrel head. I like the flight. At this point, we don't have reptiles or wolves, but more than likely, I'm going to hopefully get a mantis god at some point. So this reptile head will hopefully help us more than the squirrel. But that's what we're going to roll with for now. If we can get mantis god with flying damage, he is going to be basically unstoppable, because not many creatures I've found yet have flying block, but love the potential right now to have some free casts in our opening hand. Gonna try and keep our deck relatively small too. I think that's gonna be important going forward, only because we tend to get huge decks. Our last couple of runs have been pretty large decks, and it makes it really hard to draw what you want to draw until we can get something that's going to search our library. So nice. This is awesome. We can't really ask for more damage than what we have right now. Mole's going to come around, I would imagine, and swing and block this up as soon as we swing with Death Tough. But because we have basically our Death Touch kind of Touch of Death sigil, it's going to get 1-hit knockout. So it's dead. Pronghorn's going to do 1 damage. Oh, we already got our damage through. Perfect. This, we don't have any pelts, so there's no real point in going to the trader. Let's go get a card, and then we can again hit our sigil and try and imprint something sweet. See if there's anything good on here. There's nothing. I think, though, if we pick Rattler here, that could be really cool. It's going to utilize Bone. At this point, we don't have our Stink Bug, so we will eventually get to the point where we're sacrificing a lot of creatures, or a lot of our creatures will die, so it's always nice to have a little bit of a possibility to be able to get something like this out, especially if it's going to work in tandem with our totem. And I would think, because what we have on here is a reptile head, that should work for snake. Ooh, I guess we're going to sacrifice Bullfrog. I love having a bunch of cheap casts here. If we can do flying block, 1/6 would be good, but it's too hard to pass up all of these free cards. So let's do that then. He's got more defense. Yeah, we'll put it on cheap damage for right now. If I can pump up these free cards, that is going to be very helpful later. They haven't been the greatest sigils to put on them at this point. Really, I'm looking for those crazy damage cards, but we'll see. Okay, so we are against the Trapper, or the Prospector here, nice and early, so that's cool. But what Earthly Hound would require a meal of that size? I think that was the Prospector. I'm pretty sure that was a different opening line, but maybe not. He usually says the same thing, but it's because we've been stuck in Act 2 for a little while. So like I said, I'm only assuming that we're in Act 3 at this point. I'm not 100% sure, actually. But this is the third time now that we are, or we've beaten the game twice, technically. But I don't want to put anything in our way. I don't want the coyote, I guess, to be able to kill us yet. So we've got a lot of damage coming through already. It sucks because we're going to lose Death Tough when we win. But I'm going to keep cheap damage alive here. Actually, yeah. Sorry, I'm just kind of talking. I know what my plan is with this, but we just have to make sure that we can keep some guys alive because he's going to turn everybody else to gold nuggets once we can kind of win this main turn. So that's really important to have some cards in hand. Coyote's going to swing for 2 damage. Okay. I'm going to just keep drawing cards right now. There's no point in putting anything down because I want to be able to place things on our next go ahead here. So he's got a bunch of blockers. He just keep blocking our damage. He's going to swing for another 2 here. That's fine. We should... Oh, we're still going to be 1 damage off. But I've got my entire deck now in our hand, so that's awesome. He's going to swing for another 2. That's fine. We're going to counter back with 4, and then we're going to win this turn. I'm going to draw a squirrel. And then he's going to turn all of the things that we have on our side of the board right now to gold nuggets, which basically just makes it that we can't spawn anything until he comes and takes these spaces. Not a huge deal because I do have that other free cast. So with this, I have to draw a card, so squirrel. So that's fine. We have our other free card here, basically. I'm going to just get rid of this coyote here. Okay, perfect. I needed that because we want to spawn some things here. So I'm going to put smoke on the board just to get us some bones. Actually, I guess that doesn't even really matter because we can already put Rattler out. We already have like a bunch of bones on the side here. But let's put Rattler out. He's a 3-1. Okay, so I'll put him out. And... sacrifice. Can. But Mantis will die. This honestly doesn't really matter at this point. But I'll just wait then. We'll just swing. Oh, he's flying. Okay, he's gonna die. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. I didn't even count that damage. I actually didn't realize that our Rattler was flying, but I totally forgot because of our totem that as soon as he got put into play, he got flight. So that just means that the Rattler or the snake is affected by our reptile totem, which makes sense. That's kind of why we picked it anyways. Mantis God early, this is what we want. Now, usually I would just pump up Mantis God, but at the same time, I'm going to try and steal his sigil as soon as we can and put it on one of our free casts. Ideally, it'll be one where we can get it right into our hand afterwards. We're going to go up this middle chute here because, again, we want to be able to kind of transplant that sigil. So we're going to do a trial here. These work. They get you really cool cards if you know your deck. Trial of Kin. 2 of the 3 drawn cards must be kin to pass. Trial of Power, so the 3 drawn cards must have at least 4 attack power combined, or 4... Okay, I think we would probably honestly have our best bet at 4 damage, just because we have a couple of people at 3 alone, so I would hope that we should hit the 4 mark, and we will. We clutched it with Death Tough here, otherwise we hit a bunch of 1s, but awesome. So we should get a pretty strong card now. Okay. Why I like this card is just because even it can be pulled out of our hand, so I don't really care about the bone cost. What's really nice about this one is this sigil basically plays it. If we have it in our hand, it's going to play it for free in a space where we had a creature die. Then it's going to be really cool because it does basically similar to what our Mantis God does. It does 2 strikes, but in opposing directions. Mantis God is really cool because its sigil makes you do damage in 3 directions, but either way. Okay, so what I want to do, the only sigil that they're letting us take is Mantis God. But I can't put it on, for whatever reason, I can't put it on, wow, I can't put it on my death card. That sucks. Okay, we'll put it on the Stoat, I guess. We're not really losing anything here. It kind of sucks because I think he would have benefited from the totem. But if we put it on our Stoat, it's the same damage, and honestly, he's a little tougher, so that can actually be a little bit of a benefit here, but that's pretty cool. They're the same mana or blood cost, so that works out. At least it's not more expensive to be able to play Mantis God. That's when we would have kind of, that would have been a negative effect there, but okay, sweet. We already have 2 of our free casts in here, so that's amazing. They're only going to do 1 damage, so we can basically just get these guys out for free. Cheap damage is going to do 2. Death Tough is going to do 3, so let's just do this. I'm not even going to play our squirrel right now because we don't need to. We're going to win outright. We already striked for 5 damage there. Perfect. Let's go grab another card here. We're running a pretty lean deck right now because we've burnt some on our sigils already. Amazing. I love this sigil, but this is another death card that we made, and at only 1 mana cost, it's going to do 3 damage in 2 opposing directions. We've got 3 death cards in our early hand right now. I got to make sure that we hit this node too. At this point, I don't remember how many death cards we've actually made. I don't think the ones that the game kind of has as like a preset are all that great, but if we can get all of the ones that we've personally made inside our deck, I don't know how we lose. Doesn't mean we'll win, I just don't know how we lose. So we will see. I am stoked though. I feel like we're flying. We got really good cheap casts that do good damage. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. We're going to get 3 damage off the bat. Rattler's pretty expensive to have right now. It's going to be a while before we get 6 bones. So let's get our squirrel out here. He's only doing damage right in front of us. So if we put our Stoat here, we're going to do 3 damage, and then we'll kill him as well. When on next turn, sorry, as soon as he comes in front of us. So he's going to swing for 3 damage. Perfect. The only problem that we're going to have here... Okay, well, at least we'll get Corpse Maggot out after. Okay, awesome. So he's going to kill Rattler, but then Adler is going to come kill us after. Okay. So that sucks. But there we go. Corpse Maggot. Awesome. I'm going to keep... Perfect. So again, I know our deck is nice and small, and I know we have a couple of cheap casts. Really, I should have been trying to get some squirrels out of there, but I'm kind of gambling a little bit in that we get a free cast and I don't need to sacrifice anything. So that's going to be sweet. Honestly, I could have won if I didn't try to clear that guy off the board. I'm not really sure why I did that, but okay. So this is what I mean. So next turn we will... next turn we'll draw a squirrel and then we'll be okay. Going to do 3 damage here. They're going to come back and do 4 damage. Adler's not going to attack because he's doing 0 damage, which keeps our Death Tough guy alive, which is nice. So do a squirrel here. No, I don't want to surrender because we want to try and get some teeth here to get some powerful cards. I want to take his damage off the board here. Okay. 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 So let's do this. I want to make sure that we're going to do a bunch of damage next turn. So this is going to do this, this. 3 go through. Oh yeah. Perfect. So then next turn we are going to swing. Even better. So we are going to have 6 damage, so 3 damage, another 3 damage, another 3 damage. We're going to get 11 here. Perfect. So for overkill damage, we're going to have quite a bit. Perfect. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So we're going to hit our death card here, which is going to be awesome. Hopefully it's one that we've made. We did not make that. We did make Death Touch, very similar to our Death Tough. We were just able to spell it right. But we basically have 2 of the same card in there. That's going to be nasty. I don't know if we have duplicates. We don't. I don't think they would consider these guys duplicates. So we're going to just go to our totem and see if we can get something that might help even more. But I don't mind our totem, honestly. We could sacrifice for bones. That's not bad, but I think the flying damage is going to help get us out of a pinch a little bit more. So we're going to just keep what we have here. Oh, we just pick a piece anyways. Okay, but it doesn't mean we have to move forward with that. It's just a piece now that we can decide if we want to swap it out later. We can. The only thing is we have to end up at one of those totem things to do it. We're going to want to hit this node because we've got a lot of extra teeth to be able to trade or turn into pelts. The only thing with getting pelts early is that it's going to flood our hand full of basically blocking cards, which aren't really a huge benefit to us at this point. These guys are going to be doing damage for the amount of ants that are on the board, so they're going to come in swinging for 2 damage. So we got to be careful with that. Actually, with this, at least it's going to reduce their damage, so Death Tough will stay alive for an extra turn. But let's do this. We'll get the Stoat out. Okay. Put him in. We'll put him in here. Death Tough here. Yeah, this will be good. Boom. Boom. We're going to win anyways. Perfect. No need to even get him having a turn. Nice and easy. Let's go to the Trapper. Let's see what we can get for some pelts. Should have a lot of teeth. Probably the most that we ever brought to a trader. Maybe not. What do we got? Okay, 2, 4, 10. What do we got? 11? Is that right? Okay, so let's do Golden Pelt. Golden Pelt. At this point, maybe I just wait instead of flooding with a bunch of small pelts. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I don't want to have our deck get too big because we need to be able to pull our cheap casts out. Those pelts are virtually useless at this point until we are able to trade them in now. So obviously we're back at a totem again. Mantis damage. That's nasty. Okay. That's awesome. Okay, so let's put that together then. So all of our reptiles now are going to have mantis. It's not called mantis damage, but they are going to basically do a double strike. They hit in every direction aside from in front or behind them. So basically to the left and right of where they are. So that's really, really cool. We got the angler here. We got to remember that he is going to take our newest creatures, and those chum bucket things are gonna flip to the sharks. So we gotta try if we can. We're gonna be really close. If we could have just had. Oh, you know what? We might actually be able to do this without him casting anything. Maybe not quite. Okay, I screwed that up. No, we will. Okay, perfect. Don't mind me. We got our 5 damage right there. Amazing. Perfect. Okay. So we're all good there. These are all going to change into the sharks, though. That's the only thing that sucks. So we are going to lose basically everything that's on the board, but yeah, because they do 2 they're going to do 4 damage, so they're going to wipe all of our guys, but now we got to have a bunch of blockers. It's nice that Corpse Maggot came in. Death Touch is going to be really sweet to at least get a little bit of damage right now, and then we're just going to have to use our Golden Pelt to block. We're going to have It's too bad this didn't come in, because we're going to get 4 damage through, but we're going to die again. Because we can't do damage to them while they're covered up. So he's going to do 3 damage, which is going to die, and block. So I just need to get 1 damage through. Damn. I don't... that's not what I wanted to do. I wonder if I can take... Okay, so we can take that and swing and we'll win. Because otherwise it would have gotten pretty hairy because they would have had 12 damage swinging at us. We would have lost. That was really the only thing that we could have done at that point. Okay. Very lucky to have had that hook. Because we would have lost. As crazy as that was, and we were set up and won so quickly off the bat. Mantis God, let's go. Mole Man is really awesome, but we got to take another chance with Mantis God here because, I mean, the more of these that we can have, that's going to be awesome. I don't know if that will stack with our totem. It shouldn't. Like, his power is better than that sigil, so... I just don't know exactly what that would look like. Okay, what do we have? We could do a trial. But we're going to miss. We got to hit this campfire because I want to try and bump some base stats here. So let's go grab this card. What's it going to be? Turkey Vulture, Black Goat. I don't know the likelihood that we get 8 bones. Black Goat is going to be really good. The only thing is we just don't have a whole lot of expensive spawns. So to sacrifice it for 3 blood, I'm gonna maybe Beehive would be better as just a defender, and then we get some flying damage. No, I'll do Black Goat. That might sink us, but we'll see. Gonna hit the fire. I'm hoping that it's damage because then we can put it on Mantis God. It is damage. Okay. There's room for a creature on the fire. Warmth will enhance its power. One of the survivors said nothing at all, but could not stop licking their lips. Okay. Now, who do I want this on? Death Touch guy doesn't matter because any bit of damage he does is going to kill the opposing person here. I would love to put it on actually this guy because he's free and can be automatically returned to our hand. That's really good. But Mantis God is a nice cheap cast. Cheap double. He'll swing for 8 damage. That's really good. Same with him for a 1 cast too, and he'll do it in 3 different directions. We have a lot of really good options, honestly. Mantis God's probably our weakest. If we can, I'm going to burn his sigil and hopefully try and put it on one of our other guys, but we couldn't do that last time. Let's just try. I'm going to put it on cheap double. So he's going to be a 4-3 now. Basically, he's going to do 8 damage. We're going to pull away. I don't want to burn this guy. 5 damage would have been really awesome out of that, but honestly, I mean, we can win the game just with him out there, so... Okay, so we have Black Goat out, okay. I'm gonna get Mantis God out here early. They've got a strong creature and mole, though, okay. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's get Mantis God out just for some early damage. This guy's going to come in afterwards. That's going to be pretty clutch. Maybe I should have pumped his damage because he's going to come in as soon as our one guy dies. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. Got 3 damage on the board really quickly because Mole wasn't out to come cover damage. We're going to lose that 3 damage just the same. I've got to try and hopefully we'll use our pelt to block. Mole is going to come block all of this. Totally fine. Prong, that sucks. Corpse Maggot though, that's sweet. I need to get one of our good cards. Of course, we burnt our squirrel because I accidentally clicked that. We don't really have an option at this point. He's going to swing. He'll do damage here and damage here. Pronghorns, it won't kill him though. So it's going to keep everything kind of locked. But I need something now. I have to risk this. So this will be 3 damage. Pronghorn can't hit us, but that 3 damage is gonna be bad. I might have to use this. I should have saved that for a boss, because I forgot. I mean, even if we lose this one, we're not actually going to lose, but total, that could be a misplay, but we're going to swing for 1, swing for 2, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, we're going to screw that up. Okay, so it's good that I did what I did to get us that tooth, but our deck is too big right now. We're going to get only 1 damage through. He's going to get 2 damage, and we're still going to lose. So we just can't draw properly now. The deck is... Yeah, the deck is too big. The deck is too big, because we have all of these cheap casts. Actually, honestly, really good cards. Okay, we can at least burn our pelts here. That's going to help. That's going to help. Hair pelts. Actually, it's not really going to help because we're going to get more cards out of it anyways, but we want Magpie because it's going to help us search our deck every time we draw. That makes the world of difference. Golden pelt. I'll do this, and we can do our really expensive cast just because we have the black goat. I need items. As much as I want to boost up some power, we need items. But we're going to keep getting cards this way. Here we would at least burn it. How does this work? Okay. I don't know. I need items. Let's try and get some items. Bones, a squirrel, black goat. Okay. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. We got a defender and 2 things that we can sacrifice to get some creatures out, just in case we don't get our cheap casts. Hopefully we don't have to use those until we're in our boss battle. Here we go. So we got a pretty good starting hand here. So we have free cheap damage. Perfect. He's got flying block, and he can be returned to our hand. So he's not super strong, but it will really help. Let's get our squirrel out here, hide him behind the blocker. We're not going to need to do damage there. But this way, every time we sacrifice this dude, he is not going to die. Because we're sacrificing him. That's what this... Whoa. Oh, he changes? I didn't know that. Now I do. Child 13 is a beast. I wonder if we sacrifice him again or if this is just random sigils. I did not know that. That is amazing. Okay. We're going to have a lot of damage come through. Actually, we should win. Did we? No, we only had that 1 damage come through. But we'll be fine here. Okay. That is crazy. I did not know that. Okay, so all these guys are going to be dead. Boom, boom, boom. Everything's dead. We did our damage, and we're all good. Okay, that is really cool. Child 13. I keep passing that thing because we have so many other cards that will help us sacrifice and not fall off the battlefield there, but that is wild. I don't know if this is like our reptile or whatever, but that could be helpful. Okay, we'll take it, I guess. God, we have so many cards. But that's what I mean. You would think maybe that having options is really good, but it's not, because it makes it so much harder to get the cards that we actually need. We either try and, oh yeah, burn the sigil. I have to burn the sigil. Okay. Get 3 damage on the board. He's got some strong guys. Mole Man is going to be a pain. Let's do this, though. Get Child 13 out. Boom. Now we can sacrifice him for Mantis God. He's going to do 3 damage. Okay. Awesome. And this guy's 5 bones or when one of our guys die. So that was a good amount of... Actually, we're going to win right there. Perfect. That Child 13 is actually very cool. I wish I knew about that before. There's no indication until you use these cards. What do we have? I'm not even going to spend our teeth here because I don't need additional pelt cards. Before the boss fight, I don't think we have anything that we can trade in. It doesn't look like there's any trade nodes, so just try and keep our deck somewhat small, but you can see there's quite a bit of cards there. I want to burn a sigil. I'm hoping to be able to burn that magpie so that we can search. Can I? I can. It's just who am I going to be able to put it on? We can put it on anybody. Okay. Now the question is, who do we put it on? I think maybe I need to put it on, like, maybe our most expensive person. Just hold on. How does this one work? Airborne? No. When a card bearing this sigil is played, you may search your deck for any card and take it into your hand. Okay, so we have to play it. It's not when it comes into our hand, we have to play it. So we need to put this on a cheap cast. Okay. Let's put this on... Let's put this on one of our free cards, because if we can just keep funneling a bunch of our cheap cards, that'll help. Let's put it on our 3/4 Death Touch. He's going to get flying damage now, so that's awesome. That might have actually been better to put on Mantis. I honestly forgot he had flight. I was just too concerned about that ability to dig through our deck. But we've made it now to the boss fight, and we have all of our creature spawns, so that is actually going to be really helpful. It would be really cool to take them into the cabin, but we'll see. Again, the totems, we never really are able to synergize the creatures too much, so they're not that helpful, honestly, at least for us so far. Super sweet to get a cheap card here, flying block, and it's going to be instantly returned to our hand. So we'll always be able to do some damage. We're going to try and have this block in front of these leaping traps, because if it's going to get automatically returned, it doesn't really matter if it gets destroyed across from us. I'll show you what I mean, because I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but they're going to swing for 2 damage here. I might need to just put up some blocks. Draw a card. I'm going to see if I can just draw. Okay, I wasn't able to. Put a ringworm here to block. He's going to do 2 damage, so it's not going to kill that bullfrog. We're going to get returned to our hand. Corpse Maggot came out. How many damage can I block? We're 2 damage away. Okay. Put a squirrel here to block. Put a wolf pelt here to block. Get this off the board. Oh, forgot about that Mantis damage. That's my bad again. But we're still good here. Okay. I just gotta keep blocking. That wolf is gonna be a pain. So they still only need 2 damage to come through. It's gonna come in and strike for 3. Okay. I don't think I'm doing any of this right. Because I need to be able to block now. Okay, I'm gonna take a chance. Wow, we got really lucky there. I'm gonna do 3 damage. We'll kill the wolf. They're gonna do 2 damage, so we'll cancel each other out. Okay. That's fine. Okay, they're gonna do their 2 damage again. Okay. We're gonna do 5 damage now, so I'm just trying to slow them down. If we can just keep damaging in these lanes, we could be okay. Because Death Tough is going to mitigate this guy's damage, so he's not gonna strike, which is awesome. That's 5 damage, so that pulls us back in. We're gonna have 1 damage blocked here. Adder's not gonna attack. There we go, we'll be fine now. I'm gonna just keep trying to get somebody good here. Get another damage, perfect. Okay, so this was a weird long way to win this one, but we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Let's bring Squirrel here. Do this here. That was pointless, actually. That was really pointless. But, whatever. We're gonna win now anyways. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so that's 1. Now, I just don't remember what happens with our cards. Okay. So all of this damage is going to come through now if we can't... I can't do anything. We only have 1 pelt. Wow. That's so hard. We'll kill both of these. They will kill us. If I take the wolf, I can swing in for damage. Ooh, that's so hard. I think we have to take the flying guys because I don't know if I can block. None of these guys have flying block. Okay. Trade 1. That's so hard. It is a strange choice. Oh, I forgot I get him. I thought it just pulls him off the board. Okay. That's scary. Okay. That's not gonna help. Okay. Well... I have to do this then. Take a squirrel into our hand. Boom, boom. So child 13 now has flying and 2 damage. That's not going to be good though. We're going to lose. We'll kill these guys. They will kill us though. Okay. Oh, nice. Death Touch passes through too? Okay. Those guys are gonna die, but at least we blocked our damage. Cheap damage can come back. How much damage do I have to have through? Our Death Tough guy. Okay, we'll be fine. The flying damage. Yeah, we'll be fine. Sweet. Wow, we got lucky. Okay, let me just see. I hope I did that right. But we should be fine. Okay, good. Oof. That was closer than it needed to be. I don't know how they decide how many pelts to give you to trade, because last time I think we were able to trade like for 3 creatures. This time we only had 1, so that was really hard to kind of figure out how we were going to get rid of 7 very strong creatures. But again, very, very important to have basically cards that can be recast into your hand. I don't need all of these pack rats. Another Child 13, I mean, that's been a pretty clutch card so far. It looks like you sneezed as the thick musk of pelts from the air. Okay, so we're going to the cabin already. So one clean run. Sigil. Do we want the sigil? Do we want items? Do we want the trader? I don't really have pelts to trade, so let's try and just reduce our deck a little bit here by 1 more card. Hopefully we can burn something really good. Mantis God again. See if I can put it on somebody awesome. Nobody who's really going to be able to make a lot of use of it here. If we could just get this guy on the board, we would be lights out, but I need it to be somebody that we can get. It'd be awesome if we could get this guy damaged, but I don't think he... Oh, when he transforms, though, he does damage and he's flying, so maybe we'll just put it on a Child 13. Okay. We'll see how that works out, if it works out. That's scary. Alright. We haven't failed at all in Act 3. This is our first and only attempt so far in Act 3, so it'd be really sweet if we could string a nice clean win here. Obviously the trials are going to be super important too. If we're able to get both of them, that's going to be awesome. Or the boons, sorry, not the trials. Trial of the Winged. The 3 drawn cards must include a card with the Airborne Sigil. Rare. We have a lot of rare cards. That is definitely what we're going to go with. We have a lot of rare cards. Boom. 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 All 3, baby. Let's go. Let's go. If we can get Magpie, that's awesome too, actually. Draw twice. That's so good. What is... When you draw from your deck, you may choose any card in your deck to draw. Yes, we need that. We definitely need that. Okay, if you have the ring, you pass. 3 drawn cards must include a pelt card. I don't know how many... We didn't buy pelts. This is really our only chance. We don't have any of these. I don't know what this ring thing is. We've never done this one. Oh, no way. Ringworm, ring? Let's go! No way. Okay. I don't really care about bones. That I want. I want to try that bad. A black goat on the board. We already have a black goat in the bottle, so that doesn't really matter. Let's do this. Draw twice. We're going to get to pick what cards we're drawing. I don't know how we lose this. We have still 2 items, so I just have to make sure that I don't mess this up. But we should be able to knock this out. We got both boons. We've got 3 or 4 death cards in our pile. We've burned a couple of Mantis Gods to just add that crazy damage to some really cool creatures. We've got a 7/7. I feel pretty good about this. We've got a totem that hasn't really done anything for us, but we have it. Let's go. This will be your final test. Okay. Got the smoke, so he's going to start us with bones. Another flame. So again, it's going to be, he's going to have 3 lives. We're only going to have 1. Going to be another good fight here. He's got Mole Man to start. We got a cheap double. Let's go. Okay, we got to get him out on the board. That's 8 damage already. We're going to win on our first turn. No, we won't, because Mole Man's going to come out. But we can take all of Mantis God's damage there. That's fine. We should be able to scour our deck now, too. No, because we didn't draw from our deck yet. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. I'm not going to overplay my cards. Cheap double. Boom, boom. Mole Man's dead. We didn't get any damage through, but that's not a big deal. Mantis God's coming. Here's 3 damage. Only 2 made it through. So now we're going to get to pick whatever we want. Now we got to get our cheap free cards out here just because we can. So let's do Flying Death Touch, and when we play it, we can search our deck again. Plus we can draw again. Let's just get all of our free casts out here. I've got another 3-2. I've got a Flying Block, but he's not going to have that yet. If we put this in front of Mantis God, he is screwed. So let's do this. Let's do this. We've got all of our free cards. We just played him so we can search again. Let's do this. We've got all of our free guys on the board. I don't remember how this fight actually plays out. I don't want to lose everybody. So let's just slow our roll a bit here. Perfect. Overkill damage obviously doesn't matter because we're at the end of our run, so there's going to be no trades. Okay. After barely enduring the onslaught of rare creatures, you shuddered. That's a lie. We killed that. For you knew somehow that the worst was yet to come. Okay, so here's Death Touch. Okay, that's fine. Cheap double is going to be... he's going to kill both of these guys, which is cool, but we are going to lose cheap double due to Death Touch here. What I want to do is we can draw a squirrel. I guess we can draw again. So... I already have my next play, but let's get cheap damage ready to go here. We'll pop a squirrel in. Put Child 13 here. And then when cheap double dies, we can sacrifice him, and he's going to turn into a monster as well. But here we go. 3 damage coming through. Boom. Perfect. Oh, we already did our 5 damage anyways. Okay. I don't know if that's... I don't know how, but... Okay, we're going to be totally fine then. We are going to kill this thing. I have a trick up my sleeve. So this should be the kind of planetary mat. Yep, still only has 40 health. You dare attack the moon. Fine by me, bud. Honestly, at this point, we don't really need anything. We've got all of our free cards. Let's just kind of get all of our big damage in here. There's no point bringing him yet because we don't have anybody that we can sacrifice for 4. So let's get our other Mantis damage guy in here. Perfect. I guess I'll get another cheap cast in here. Get our other Child 13. We are going to be killing this one. He doesn't even do damage. Do you have any idea? The consequences of destroying an astral body? Oh, the Death Touch alone wiped his whole board out? Oh my. Like, that makes sense, but wow, that seems really hack. The consequences of destroying an astral body? No, of course not. Finish this. Boom, 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 boom. Cleaning up. Boom, boom, boom. Yo. Very, very, very good run. Very, very, very good run. Damn. So that's 3 wins now. 3 wins. Those death cards make the world of difference. Having bested the cabin's inhabitant, you were invited to sit. The great scribe regaled you with his stories. He told you of a world long past and how he had conquered it, of how pure his true intentions were, how he only wished enough, eat. Okay, so we're back to the same damn thing. I don't want your meatloaf, dude. Are you pleased? No. Eat it. I can't, dude. Well, I will not dwell on a rejected gift. Okay. Right through here. So each time we complete the game, each time we win, we're getting more and more of this backstory. I don't know when the game is technically done. Obviously, you can kind of see here, my camera hasn't totally cut that off, but we have completed 2 runs now. Gotta fill his camera, obviously. Still trying to take a picture of this guy. Give that here. It's useless without the film. Yeah, I know, dude. It's the same story every time. I do not wish to forget your victory, and so I would like to prepare a monument to it. Okay? Do FFG this time. Stay still. You should be very proud of yourself. There we go. Got our nice picture taken. So I don't know, like I said before, I don't know exactly how many times you need to beat the game to actually beat the game, but it looks like we're starting right back at the beginning here. The challenger before you defeated me, so we are starting again. Now they hang from the door by a nail. What could you hope to accomplish? Your menagerie included a wolf in a cage, apparently. I still don't know how... I don't know if, like, that is the barrier to us progressing in this game. I don't know if we are progressing in this game. I saw that last time and I clicked it, and I don't know what it actually does. So we've solved these puzzles, because obviously there's the puzzles in this cabin, too. This is very clearly the wolf that is in the cage. So if we could find out how to open this, then we could probably make better use of that card. It's just... I don't know how you actually open it. I don't know. What, like, you can click all of this stuff. I just don't know. I don't know how you actually open this thing. Like, that's a puzzle that we haven't done. We haven't done, like, a lot of these puzzles still. Like, any of these. I just don't know what you're supposed to do with them. I don't know if I can... Caged wolf. Not really sure what I'm doing. Like, I feel like that has something to do with that puzzle. Is this turning it or something? No. Literally does nothing. It's got to do something. I just don't know what I'm missing. Okay. Keep on going, I guess. Let's bump up some stats. We can't do that yet, but there's no point in burning sigils, I don't think, yet. Let's go for a 1 cast. Frenzy. That seems wild. We didn't make this. Did we? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. That's awesome. 2 damage, but it's striking 3 times, has a defense of 12. So the only thing that's really going to be able to kill that anytime soon would be somebody with Death Touch. This is going to give 2 health. There's no point in putting it on that guy. Who do we want to survive? Flying block? Let's try. Yeah, we'll try it one. Okay, we got lucky there. We got lucky there. I feel like it's harder to get a second round of attack to go through. I don't know if I've ever failed on the health, but... Okay. Frenzy, nice and early. Let's go. Something about that caged wolf. What would happen if it were freed? I don't know, bro. I don't know how to open it. I feel like a goon. I don't know if we have to play it, and then maybe we can step away from the table. That wouldn't make sense, though, because you can't leave the game when it's in kind of progress here, so that wouldn't make any sense. Put this here. Let's put Frenzy on the board. And he is going to go ham. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to win. We're going to get a bonus point. Beautiful. Okay. Cool. Oh god, we have to get our good guys out. Let's go. What do we have? Okay. I'll steal a stink bug sigil. That could be really good, because then we don't have to worry about bones. Man, we can just rock with our guys here. Actually, we'll just have a bunch of one-cast cards so far. That's going to be awesome. He's going to do reduced damage. We'll put it on cheap double, I think, because he's got less health. So we need people right ahead of him to not be able to kill him as quickly. The only thing is he's got no way to kill the person in front of him, so hopefully he's beside somebody who can. So we've got a very small deck, but that's going to help us get these small casts out early, which is going to be very important. We're going to be able to just quickly do this. As long as we cast Frenzy right, we're going to win again. Nice quick turns, another 6 damage. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. I don't have anywhere to trade, so I'm not going to go to the Trapper yet. Which means we're going to have to burn another card, which is getting kind of scary at this point, considering, I mean, how we have to win this game. Flying damage with bones. That's cool. Let's do this, because I'll take the flying damage all day. If we can put that on a Mantis guy, he's going to be basically untouchable. I keep calling it Mantis. I know it's not that, but I always just, to me, that's Mantis damage from... Okay. We want flying. And we'll put it on Frenzy. Let's go. This guy is going to be crazy. Good luck. You won't be able to stop that guy. There's no way. Cheap double and Frenzy. Let's go. We're going to win again. Right off the bat here. Another 6 damage, but he's flying this time, so good luck blocking him. They already couldn't. Amazing. Okay. I'm gonna go here so we can get... I don't care about the totem. We just need to actually... We actually need cards in our deck. Cheap damage, free cast. Let's go. Amazing. Now I kind of want this sigil. That'll be a really good sigil once we get past Prospector. Because if he turns them into a golden nugget, they don't get replaced. They don't get sent back to our hand. So after that, we might burn cheap damage just for that sigil. We're full here, but we are going to get the this pack rat card, which is good because I need cards at this point. Because again, if we don't have anything that can actually... I should have thought about it, because all we really need to do in this one is kill the pack mule. You run into issues if you come into this battle specifically with a really small deck, because he will just zap whatever you have on the board, turn them into gold nuggets, and then you can't do damage. So cheap double is going to be good. He's not our best card, but he's really good, and he can win it for us in one turn, so let's get him out. He's going to be turned into a golden nugget, though, so boom, boom. There we go. So we're going to lose this guy. We're going to lose Boulder. That's fine. I'm hoping now, though. I'm going to play this. Cool. Put smoke down. Then. We got Frenzy. We got really lucky that we got him, honestly. I mean, it was a chance that we took. Worst case, if we didn't get somebody cheap or free, I would have just played a squirrel to make sure that we could get it. But we're going to win on this turn now. So the quickest work that we've made of Prospector for sure. Putting together some quality runs all of a sudden. Those Deathcards, now that I know kind of how and where to get them, we weren't getting any before. None. But perhaps one of these will entice you. Yeah, I'll take a rare card. You definitely learn so much as you go through this game. Pack Rat, this is nice because it's free. It's just you need to put things on him to make it worthwhile. So let's do Pack Rat, and then, I mean, if we end up across a mushroom or something, we can merge them. Because honestly, a 2/2 at 2 cost isn't that good, but Okay, so we have trial here. We don't really have... If this is power, we should kill it, but... At least 3 sigils. That could be pretty good. 4 power or 2 kin. I feel like all of our guys basically have sigils. Yes. Yes, yes. Perfect. Awesome. Very good. Very good. A flying bat that comes back to our hand. Oh, cockroach with this search ability? I'm burning this guy for sure. We got to hit one of those sigil imprint places big time. So we got to hit this top right corner. Cool. Okay, so let's bump some base stats. Okay, so this is for toughness, so that's cool. Who do we want to live? Cheap damage is good. Especially because he's free. And he can just keep coming back into our hand. So let's do that. We'll give him, he'll be a 2-5. I don't want to take a chance. 5 toughness is pretty good. I don't want to take the chance that we lose him, because that's too good of a card to burn. Let's go to the battle. Oh yeah. We are in such good shape in this one. We're going to win again in 1 turn. It's another 6 right there. If we can keep this deck nice and small, we are gonna demolish. We're gonna hit this trial again. That is not good for us. That could work. Or power. I'd say power. Perfect. Yeah, we're all good. Barely got it, actually. This caged wolf almost screwed us, but we got it, though. So we're going to have... The cards that we do have are going to be very powerful. This wolf cub we can sacrifice for 3. That's awesome. Or he's going to turn into a wolf. That's cool. This opossum doesn't die when we sacrifice him, but his spawn cost is 2 bones. Yeah, let's do wolf cub. That should work out just fine. Sigil burn, baby. Let's go. And then there's going to be another one up at the top here, so we're actually going to lose some cards, but we need this. Okay, I can't burn what I want to burn. Flying block, I guess we have to. We'll put it on cheap damage because it's going to keep coming back to our hand. So this will be a pretty... It'll make cheap damage a pretty versatile 0 cost blocker and damage guy now. Again, it's only a 2-5, but 5 flying damage block. That's going to be automatically returned to our hand. That's going to be pretty sweet. Not what I wanted, but oh man. If we can keep drawing Frenzy, we are going to be no problem here. Boom, boom, boom. Nice and quick. Let's go. Might actually be nice that we hit this sigil here. I really want the opportunity to search our deck. Cockroach just for that coming back into hand sigil, whatever it's called. Okay, they're not letting me steal that one, so we'll take this from Cockroach. I'm gonna... We'll do the cheap cast. 1-3 is not bad. So he'll come in to our hand for 1. They're not letting us take off the like really cool sigils, which kind of sucks, but... Okay. Okay. So we've got a lot of really good cheap casts, but again, we're going to win first turn. Another 6 right off the bat. If we can keep getting Frenzy, this is going to be lights out. Okay, now I have to figure out, does it make sense to try and get Sigil again? I don't think so, because they're not giving us the options we want. So what I could do is merge Pack Rat. It'll be a 4-4. See if we can get something here. I don't know what our guys technically are. I don't know what this is. This would be like insect. I don't know what this is. And then there's the birds. What do we have? Pack rat? No. Our death touch or whatever. Our humanoids. Birds. None of these are really going to help. Just in case we get a mantis god later, though, I'll take this. We get a ringworm. Okay. That could at least help for a later trial. I'm going to burn this again, though. We could literally win this game with just 3 cards in our deck at this point. We just really need to pull 1 card, and we're fine. So let's merge our pack rats. Let's just try and make this deck as small as possible. Nice. Okay, so that's a 4/4. That's pretty rad. When it's played, it's going to give us items. I always forget that, but we don't usually play it. Okay, this is going to be the ultimate test. If we can get Frenzy right now, we'll be fine. Especially since he's flying, so he won't even hit those chum buckets and activate the sharks. If we can get Frenzy, that's all we need. Done. It's going to be done. We actually have a really, really, really good opening hand. Really good. But let's just lights out this guy. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to win. He's going to set up those buckets. But we're going to fly right over them, so it shouldn't even turn the sharks. No problem. I'm not even going to set anything up because we don't need to. We're going to win again. 2-hit the angler. Let's go. Yo, this guy is a G, baby. Our frenzy guy is a beast. And then he'll be able to one-hit the mat at the end, too. Him having flying is insane. Not fair. 7/7, that's cool. Mantis God, we love that, though. We love that. Not even for Mantis God at this point, but I want to imprint his sigil on like one of our other free casts because gotta just keep this moving here. Okay, so we could imprint that. Nice. We're gonna get another card here. We don't need items. I could have done another pack rat, but there's really no point. Kingfisher, Grizzly, or Casey. I don't know who Casey is. We didn't make Casey. But what I might do is take Kingfisher, because we could imprint flying. Okay. Actually, this would basically be like double damage. I'm going to take Casey just to take those sigils even. We'll have to see what they give us an option for. Do I want Mantis God? I might keep Mantis God. No. That's really cool. Because that's basically doing 2 damage. I'm going to burn Mantis God only because Casey has the chance to stay alive longer at 2 toughness. I can put that on... we can put it on Pack Rat. That's not that helpful, but at the same time, that makes Pack Rat pretty boss. Okay, so Pack Rat now all of a sudden is a 4/4. I was really hoping to be able to put it on like cheap damage or somebody, but maybe we have that on him already. I'm not quite sure. There's no point in taking the Trapper and Mushroom route in this one because we don't have duplicates at this point. Frenzy, we're gonna win already. Boom. That is just too good. That is too good. Okay, we'll do a trial. Sigils, I feel like all of our cards have sigils, so we should be able to get 3 sigils. We might not, but we should be able to. That's 2 already, at least. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Sacrifice a Raven for 3. No, because it costs 2 to come in. Let's do the Skunk, because this is going to be an annoying blocker for them. It's going to reduce their damage by 1. If we sacrifice it, it's not going to die. Plus, it's a pretty good cheap block. So let's grab Skunk. We're going to get another pack rat, which isn't ideal. But what could be cool is if we end up running across the mushroom, and we won't run across the mushroom, so never mind that. I'll just end up burning that, and we'll end up starting with a bone, but okay. Cockroach. Okay. We started with Frenzy again. This is amazing. Let's go. It's another 6 damage, another quick win. Amazing. Trial again, okay. What do we got here? Toucan, no. Toughness possible. Sigils all day. Our whole deck is like sigils right now. Boom, that's 3 right there. Another 2, another 2. Boom. What do we want now? Death Touch. I don't want to mess around with bones right now. It's the only reason I'm not going to do that. Flying damage would be cool. This would be a cool little sigil. This thing we've never actually used, but it's going to be a blocker. When it's played, a rabbit is created in your hand. Okay, so it basically just gives us a chance to have 2 little blockers, but I don't really want either of those. This is going to give us the chance to just kind of burn a card. We'll start with a bone, but we don't use any cards that start with bones or that are summoned by bones anyways. So let me just... I'm going to do our most expensive cast, which is this second pack rat here. This one's our highest kind of cost. Ooh, the cockroach though. No, because that would be really clutch. If the odd chance we do have 4 bones to spawn, I would love the opportunity to search our deck to get what we actually need out. So let's just burn this crappy pack rat. We already have a really good version of it. We're only going to get 1 bone. Really no benefit to us. It is kind of helpful though in the fact that you can shrink your deck if it's kind of too big and out of hand. These guys are going to mitigate our damage by 1. Not going to matter if we have Frenzy. We don't start with Frenzy, so this is going to be a little bit more interesting. Let's get Wolf Cub out then. I'm going to have to hide him, I think. How do I want to do this? I'm going to put him here. Okay. Because he would die when they come in. They're going to swing for 1, swing for 1. Okay. He's going to run them over now. That's not good. That is not good at all. Okay, I'm going to burn this squirrel. What does this make? Okay, we'll get a skunk in then. Burn that. And it can sit here just to block our space. This is going to do some damage, but he's going to end up dying when the owl comes. Yeah. Actually, it didn't even make it that far because I forgot they have this. So it doesn't reduce our damage. Actually, it spreads damage, which is even worse. Okay. Okay. So this is going to do 1 damage to us, and then we're also going to take another damage. But we got to kind of roll with what we got right now. I really just need to stay alive long enough. Okay, the elk's going to kill us now. But it's going to come back to our hand. Awesome. I got to just go through our deck here enough to... Okay. So they're all blocked up there right now. I just need to keep everybody alive for 1 more turn. Ooh. This pack rat is going to do a lot of damage. Okay, Okay, so he should flatten. This pack rat should flatten a lot of these guys coming through here. We'll see how this goes. 1, boom, 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 boom. Okay, we're gonna have 8 damage go through. We should be fine. Sweet. Perfect. Okay. So that was a little trickier because we didn't have Frenzy off the bat. But again, though, you can see once your deck starts getting a little bigger, it's a little harder to get what you want. Gonna just do cheap cast again. Need the ability to just make sure we can kind of funnel these cards through. We already have a lot of damage dealers. This totem is essentially useless. Yeah, none of these are good. I'm just gonna take the head. I don't really want a totem, so. Oh, we got scissors from when we played that pack rat. That's awesome. So we can steal a creature and kill a creature now. Boom. That's way dope. Okay. So we are in our boss fight now with Trapper. I don't know. This one could be kind of difficult depending on who we have up on the board here. If we can get Frenzy out, then I'm not really worried about his creatures because we can cover a lot of ground just with Frenzy, but we'll have to see. Frenzy, perfect. He's going to do flying damage. They do flying block, though. So as long as he's not across from them, we'll be okay. I gotta be careful on how I spread this all out. Okay? Okay, okay. So we're gonna die. We are gonna die. So I want to just make sure, at the very least, that I'm going to be able to bring in cheap double when we die. We're not gonna die on this turn. We're gonna be able to wipe those 2 traps, which is awesome. Bullfrog's off. Okay, but we will die next turn when we hit that leaping trap. So got what I need here. Okay. Like I said, I just don't remember. Maybe the traps are we get pelts based on who we kill. So I'll sacrifice that squirrel. Frenzy's gonna die right now. Oh, squirrel won't because right. So I have to get this other trap off so that we can get a pelt. Okay. That's actually not bad. Let's do this. Do this. Cheap double. He's not going to die because he's not across from the trap. We're going to lose our squirrel here, which is no big deal at all. Boom, boom. Okay. So we're going to get 2 pelts. Okay. So I understand that now. The most pelts that we could get is 4. We get 2. We can kill a creature. We can take another one of his creatures just with our tools. Honestly, we might as well. But let's see. Oh, he gave us 1 too. Okay. All right. Cocky little thing. Okay, I don't want Death Touch. We want the Death Touch, guys. We also don't want them flying through with all this damage, but I'll take the Death Touch. We can get 3 of them, so do this. Yeah. Okay, so this Bloodhound. He's only going to do... He's going to have a lot of defense, though. Great White could be a pain. Okay. Alright. We should be totally fine. Totally fine. Probably wasn't the smartest move to draw a card there, but... I will kill this, and we'll do 3 damage. Just trying to think. All these other guys are minimum 2 cost, so if I do this, we can just win outright. I'm just going to steal his creature, and we'll win now. Boom. It's going to be 9 damage come through. Nice and easy. Didn't really have the hand that I wanted there. If we could have, I really wanted to pull one more death card, but again, you can see as your deck gets bigger, it's definitely a little harder to pull. We were starting with Frenzy every opening hand, so that was just, I mean, too good to be true. Mantis God again. Yeah, because I still don't, we will never get to the point where we are needing a 4 mana cost. We already have quite a few Death Touch, so let's just try and see if we can steal this from Mantis God again. We've got quite a few people now with this, so gonna try. We are, just like that, we are back. We are back. We don't have any pelts to trade. I don't need items. We already have Pack Rat, because I only have 1 slot anyway, so let's try and burn a Sigil here. Mantis God, who do I put it on though? Or do we do Flying Block? That's probably makes more sense. No, it doesn't. Flying Block, they're gonna do, okay. Okay. Caged Wolf, that would be really good. Flying Block, but I don't ever see that guy. So we'll do this. Because at least with Flying Block, they're going to take 1 damage as well. Okay. Awesome. I cannot believe we might string back-to-back wins. Stoked. Okay, no, rare. We should have quite a few rare cards. Nope. Mantis God came in clutch. We got really lucky because I forgot that our death cards aren't that. That'll be helpful. Yep, this one for sure. Another really good one. Include a pelt card, a ring, or flying. I don't think we really have any flyers. We do for sure have a ringworm. I don't think we have any pelts. I don't think we have any flying. The only one that we can try is ring. I know for sure at least we have a ringworm. It's, wow. Okay. Awesome. Start with bones. No, I don't really care about that. Draw twice. There is no way. There is no way we lose this. No way. We cannot lose this. We're going to beat them back-to-back times. This will be our 4th time total. Very curious how and when this game actually ends, but we're going to beat him again. I do not see how we would lose this, especially having the tools that we do. We can kill one of his creatures. We probably can't cut that mat, but all we need is Frenzy in this. We just know we need to overcome a Mantis God, which is no big deal because it's not buffed. It's just a 1/1. Okay, so he's got 3 lives. We have 1. I feel like we just did this. This was a very, very quick run. Starting with a bone. Doesn't matter. We're not starting with Frenzy, though. That sucks. But Pack Rat actually would be a menace even still, so let's get him out here. Boom. We're gonna get a tool. We got another kill creature thing. If we wanted to end this early, we can just cut Mole Man. So let's do that because we are gonna have 12 damage come on through just right now. We've got all these tools, we might as well use them. Stump, that doesn't matter. We're going to do a lot of damage. We're going to go right in and around that. Death Touch, it's fine. We're going to be able to avoid those guys. We're going to play this just so we can play. Oh, we can double play. Nice. Oh, yeah, perfect. We can't lose. We're going to play our squirrel so we can play our skunk. When we play our skunk, I can sacrifice him for Frenzy and... That was stupid. I should have put him over here, but we're going to be fine. Boom, 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 boom. Do it all. Doing all the damage. Done. And now we're going to death touch this mat. When he pulls it out of the sky, the moon is waning. We're going to make it waxing, brother. Let's go. We're going to just annihilate this thing. So much value. It literally has no damage right now. 40 health, but we are going to just smash it. We can draw twice. Doesn't even... This is not even fair at this point. We don't need any of this now. But just because we've got bones, so we can sacrifice the skunk for cheap double and just swing. Boom, 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 boom. And it's gone. I can't believe that all you need is one touch of death to blow up that mat. We would have done enough damage anyways, but... Buddy, I'm just gonna... I have to draw a card. So we will. Draw a squirrel. But look at this hand. We just owned that. Unreal. That was fast. That was fast. Considering our last couple of runs. Damn. I felt like our last run was good, but this one was fast. After the great battle, your troop, I don't know, of creatures was disbanded. Yeah, it's too bad. You had no further need for them. You were now in the company of a friend. I did all of this for you, you know. To breathe, to slumber, to eat. This is not life. Life is the thrill of the kill and the woe of the vanquished. You have now lived, truly, so now you may eat. Dude, you gotta spruce this up for me a little bit. Is there something wrong with it? Enlighten me. What would make it better? Some icing? I have come to expect nothing from your kind. If you do not want it, then come with me. Okay, so maybe we're at the end of the game, or we are much closer than where we were. Stand right there. Oh, this guy's gonna just take another picture of us. Here we go. We got our 3 guys up here. I'll pass you the camera, big guy. Take a picture. You're gonna tell me there's no film in it. I will need that. Okay. You are worthy of a memorial. I will endeavor to fulfill this. Frenzy. Take my picture. Do not despair. You won. Yes, sir. Love it. So we're definitely figuring out more and more and more of the story. Okay, so here's another puzzle. Is this the... This is the caged wolf. Okay. It doesn't help me, though. Like, I already know that that is there. But it does not help me solve it. Here we go. Back at the end, or back at the beginning. Ah, welcome. Caged wolf. Your menagerie included. Okay, we gotta figure this out. I don't understand. This makes absolutely no sense. Like, I don't know if I'm stuck in progression at this point because this is going nowhere, but I can't move the cage. I click him and he goes nowhere. I can't click and drag him. I keep getting teeth out of this guy. I just don't understand. Like, it's all different sounds, but... Can't click and drag that. It's literally just a click. Is this like Ruthless? Is this getting taller? Is this getting taller with each win? Like, maybe he'll eventually just get out of the cage? I don't know. I don't know if that's actually getting taller or if I'm just losing my mind here. Because that is not doing anything. That is not doing anything. Okay, guys, before we get into another run and continue this episode, I guess we won't continue this episode. This one's kind of shorter. Want to keep it at like an hour and a half. To have 2 back-to-back runs like that and just have them nice, clean, fast wins, I'm super stoked on that. Definitely put something together, kind of picking up where we're leaving off in this episode in our next episode. Hopefully figure out kind of where the end of this game is. I am loving it, don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to figure out like how many times this loop keeps going, or if there's something that I'm missing. I just feel like I'm at a little bit of a standstill. Maybe that's the point. I just personally need to figure out if there's something that I'm missing, how we get this wolf out. If it's just keep doing what we're doing and doing the runs, I'm stoked on that, and I have absolutely no problem doing that. I just want to see if there's something that I'm missing in this game loop that is keeping me where we are, because I don't feel like things are really changing. I thought that after we had beat the game the first time, things got quite a bit harder. Maybe that was just in my head. Maybe I was just playing really dumb, because it took us a while to get our second win, but our third and fourth win came back to back. I mean, very, very easy. You guys just saw. So either way though, if you spent some time with us today, if you liked what you saw, definitely give the video a like. Drop us any questions, comments, strategy, tips, hints, whatever you can give us without like spoiling too much, because I'm going to try and look this up roundaboutly that I can kind of figure out what the next steps are without trying to spoil like what the ending is. But yeah, again, if you liked it, if you learned anything, if you were entertained by it, definitely give it a like. Again, drop us any comments or questions that you might have. If you've been digging the content that we're putting out, make sure that you subscribe to Friendly Frenzy Games YouTube channel. Obviously, we've got a bunch of gaming content on there already, and you know that we've got a bunch more coming, so you'll definitely want to stay tuned for that. Again, everybody, I've been Chris for Friendly Frenzy Games. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and we hope to catch you in the next episode. Have a great one, everybody.